Do we psychologists give therapy to children aged 3 to 7 years old? And yes, children as young as 3 years old can be administered therapy to. Hi, I'm Ivy Wamahiga. I'm a psychologist, and in this video I'm going to be showing you some methods which we use when it comes to administering therapy to younger children. So when it comes to younger children, we change methods because younger children are not emotionally intelligent yet, and they do not have the proper communication skills when it comes to a normal sit-in therapy session where is this the client and the therapist sitting opposite to each other and talk. They don't really know what trauma is or what the words abuse are. So when it comes to therapy, we have to incorporate quote-unquote fun activities for us to be able to get information from them. So the first method which we generally use something called play therapy. So children aged 3 to 7, their number one attention span is very minimal. So you can't sit with them for 45 minutes just talking and doing nothing. They can also get bored very fast, or they just don't understand what's going on. So we incorporate a lot of fun things to make them feel comfortable, to make them feel like you are their friend and not an enemy or a stranger, and for them to feel like you can actually help them. So when it comes to play therapy, the first method which I like to use is using dolls. So when it comes to using dolls, there are two methods which we use when it comes to administering therapy to children when it comes to using dolls. So I have my friend here. She is called Cynthia, apparently. So we give children dolls like this. So if the therapy client is a girl, you'll give the client a girl as a doll, and for a boy, vice versa. So we will ask the client to show us how their routine at home looks like, because you want to find out information at home. So when it comes to a child having problems, obviously the number one place where they could be having those problems from is at home, and you don't want to really ask the child directly, so what do you do from this time to this time to this time? You'd want them to act it out so that they can also see it's fun. So we can ask a child, show me what happens during bedtime. So they can say, I am put in the bed like this, my mom changes me to pajamas, and then when she puts me to bed, maybe I will have had eaten supper or not. So this is a child giving you their quote-unquote nighttime routine. The child will say, mom comes at this time so that she puts me to bed. So you will know that the mother is present, or the parents are present when it comes to taking care of their kid. They will say that they eat, and then maybe show that they put food in their tummy using the doll. So here you can know that a child is being fed. If a child says, when I come home from school, I just go home and mom beats the doll, then you'll know that there's some violence happening in the home. Or when a kid is showing you like what happens when they are sick, they show me I was sick here, mom beat me here, dad pinched me here. Or when they are shouting, when there's like violence in the home, they beat me here. So when a kid is explaining when it comes to the doll, now you'll be able to pick up, like, is a kid anxious when they're talking about something? When you're having therapy with children, you have to be so keen using and checking their nonverbal cues, making sure that you are analyzing everything that they say. So a child can say, I am not cleaned, so you can tell that their uniform is not washed. Like, they just give you their routine of what happens at home so that you can be able to tell. And it's easier for them with the doll because they look at the doll as themselves so that they can be able to tell what's going on. The second way that we use dolls is we will make a family using different types of dolls. So if they have a mom, dad, sister, whoever, we will look for those types of dolls to represent their family members. So the kid can come and maybe have some type of hate when it comes to one particular doll, or will complain about a particular doll. The kid can throw away that doll and treat it badly. So this can show you that a kid is having negative emotions when it comes to a particular person who is being represented by the doll. So the kid can be angry, take off the kid's head, or show that this is maybe the aunt beats the other doll. So this can be, my auntie is beating the sister. So a doll is beating a doll, but the doll represents the family members. Are the parents, you can see that they are fighting. So the kid can say, this and show another doll and hit the dolls against each other to demonstrate that there is violence going on in the home. So those are two methods in which we use dolls to use. The third method that we use is the use of plasticine or clay, soil, something that people use to mold things. So if a kid has molded something, this is something that is good for them to release tension and also to be creative. Or if a child molds like a particular person, if they mold something that's supposed to demonstrate their mother, and then they beat the doll, they squash the doll, this can show you that they are angry at that particular doll, which represents the mom. So you can see that they have negative emotions towards that person. The fourth method that we use is called magic wand. So we will pass a stick or a wand, something, you know, kids assume that magic really exists and like, you know, the Harry Potter type of wand. So you can pass the wand to the child and ask the kid to make 3 wishes or whatever number of wishes. So when a kid is making those wishes, you can hear what they wish in their life. They can say something like, I wish I had more food, so you can detect that a kid has not been eating. I wish mom would stop making noise at me, so you can tell that a kid is being maybe emotionally abused at home or physically or verbally being abused. They can wish something like, I wish I can move out, or I wish I had better clothes, so you can tell that there is maybe some financial problems happening at home. Another method that we use is called color your emotions. So when it comes to coloring your emotions, we give a kid different types of colors and we say what that color demonstrates. So color red can be angry, color green can be happy. So you will may ask a child to draw something using a particular type of crayon which represents a particular type of emotion. So during this you can be able to detect, oh, the kid is angry because majority of the color that that kid has used is red, or the kid is okay, majority of the color that that kid has used is green. When it comes to administering therapy to children, it is super important for someone to be so keen. When a kid is demonstrating anger towards something, anxiety, sadness, happiness, joy, you really need to pay attention because a kid doesn't have the emotional maturity yet for them to really understand what's going on in their life and how it demonstrates and comes through when it comes to their behaviors or traits. So I hope this has given you guys some insight on how we demonstrate and how we administrate rather therapy to children. Kids as young as 3 years old can have therapy, even going all the way to 8. Now when you reach at least age 10 there, a kid can at least be able to talk about what's happening at home. So for those who can't talk, we help them during these methods. So I hope I have taught you guys something. Bye.